Hello everyone, welcome to this New Year meditation, but also because we have a new moon on the 2nd, this is also a new moon meditation. So you can do this at the beginning of every moon cycle, and we're going to work with water today. So if you have not got a glass of water by you, just pause the video and run off and get one. Okay, welcome back if you've gone to collect some water. And I've got my glass here and we're just going to work with it a little bit later in this visualization and healing. So I'm going to use some koshi chimes. I won't use them for the whole visualization. It'll just be at the start and at the end, maybe in the middle, because as you know, these meditations just are channeled to me. Okay, so I'd like you to take a breath in and then breathe out any sadness, any emotions, anything you wish to get rid of into the element of the water. We're going to be working with fresh water today. Then take another breath in and hold the air in your lungs for a little while. And then again, breathing out anything that no longer serves you. And then settle your breathing down into its natural rhythm. So first of all, I would like you to ground, and we're going to use a slightly different method today. We're going to use this fossil, and I'm just going to hold it above your head and run it down your center line, feeling its heaviness, starting to relax your body. And I'm going to place it right underneath your feet so you can rest the arch of your foot on top of it, your feet rather. And then I'd like you to imagine a spinning ball of light, love and protection descending from the heavens and enveloping you within its layers of love, light, warmth and protection, encasing you for the journey ahead. Breathe out. And then finally, I'm going to give you these frog abalones to hold in your hand or place in your lap. These are black and white and they stand for balance, so just take those from me now. You can place them either side of you as well, that will work. And relax. And I'd like you just to close your eyes so that we can set the scene. And I'm just going to play these koshi chimes for a little bit. I'd like you to visualize yourself at the top of a mountain in northern Greece. There is a freshwater stream running past you, trickling over the rocks and finding its way down the mountain. Maybe this has come from the snow's melt, which is always here. Or maybe it actually springs forth from Gaia herself. Whichever way and whatever the source of this beautiful fresh water. The Greek god Artemis now arrives, the goddess of the new moon, who resides in the mountains with her silver bow and arrow, This is a goddess who is known by the name Diana to the Romans. And she blesses us with her presence now and will be a guide for our journey today. She looks you square in the eye and she asks you what it is in your life you wish to transform. As she does that, and as you speak to her, I'm just going to clear you with this hagstone, which was found at the mouth of a river where it meets the sea. Clearing as you talk. Clearing behind you. And clearing down your sides, but also clearing in front of you for the way ahead. Okay. So soon snowflakes start to flutter down. Little pieces of sacred geometry, water magic that has frozen. And as each snowflake lands upon you, it activates the sacred geometry within you, touching your auric fields, little sparkles that glisten in the sunlight. Feeling its magic, its gentleness as they flutter by. And soon the flurries fall quiet as the cloud has moved over and the strong sunlight beams down. Artemis tells you to be brave. She tells you she will be with you right the way through this. But she wants you to get into the stream. She tells you it's perfectly safe. She will walk alongside you the whole way. She wants you to feel the merits of the fresh water. So you do this now. You shed your clothes, which she picks up and ties up in a bundle and puts on a stick and holds across her shoulder. Shedding these garments are shedding these problems, she tells you. And you are quite unashamed of your beautiful body. You put your feet in the stream, takes your breath away. And then you slip in, and the water starts carrying you downstream. These are fresh water river mussels. And first of all, you trickle down the mountainside. Feeling like a child at a fairground. It's quite dainty, it's quite slow moving. And you hear the trickle which lulls you. And sure to her word, Artemis follows you down the bank. Lots of animals in her wake. You notice a female deer, birds, and a golden bear. She also has hunting dogs who are loyal to her and whoever she gifts them to. Soon the stream widens and you pick up speed as we get lower down this mountain. The sunlight disappears and a grey cloud empties its rain upon you. Feel it trickling down your face and washing everything away. Think of those emotions you wish to get rid of. Don't follow them, just agree to have them washed off you. Soon you have flowed down the mountain a little further, and the sun pops out again and shows you a beautiful rainbow. Iris is coming to see you. Artemis shouts out. And she tells you to float yourself to the side, which you do so now. She extends a hand, grasping yours and pulling you out and up onto the bank. And as you look at your feet, you find a gift. Artemis then wraps a beautiful warm blanket around you. And she tells you to sit down on this flat flagstone here. As you gaze at the rainbow, one of the colours jumps out at you, and the rainbow appears to be moving ever closer to you. And then at the last moment it transforms into the colour of a beautiful maiden who floats down, sprinkling her water infused with that colour over you. Yellow for energy, red for grounding, green for healing, purple for spirituality, blue for communication, pink for love. And there may be others that you do not even have a name for. Just accept the blessing of that colour healing now. So Iris produces some oracle cards, and she tells you these were made by Masaru Emoto, a doctor who worked with water. She starts to shuffle the cards. She holds them up to you and she tells you to blow on them now. And she chooses one, and the word on the back is reverence. She tells you that this is to revere yourself. Reverence would be the correct pronunciation. Revere yourself. Have self-confidence. Know that you are a beautiful person and honor yourself. So I'm just going to put this card down for a minute, and I'm going to ask you to hold your little glass up to the screen like that. And you can do this yourself, but I will also help, and I will ask the goddess of Artemis and Iris to help with this too. As you are looking at this water crystal, we channel the reverence, the self-confidence, the honouring into your water. I'm just activating the Reiki now. I'm looking at this water crystal as well and channeling that into your drink. Iris tells you that you can bless your water. This is the message she has for you, because she was a messenger. And she tells you to bless your water. It makes it taste a little crisper, and hopefully any impurities will be transformed by doing this. Still sending energy into that water, reverence, self-confidence, honouring. Honouring everything about you. You know, no one is perfect, she says. Learn to love your warts and all. Okay. Now drink your water. Artemis then takes out a little vial, and this one is from the Glastonbury Chalice Wells, and it is love. She tells you just to stick out your tongue, and she drops the water under your tongue, the blessed water from the white well. And just let it melt into your mouth. Okay. Now she wants you to get back into the stream again. She takes your gift. She also takes the card And you give her back the blanket and you slip back in to the stream, flowing downwards. And the sun has now moved in its arc across the skies, and it is evening. You flow around rapids, knowing that you can bend and change and be mutable so that whatever comes your way, you will be able to weather the storm. And after you travel through these rapids, you just look at the bank and you notice Iris and Artemis and the entourage of animals following you, level with you. And soon the stream widens into a faster but smoother flowing river, carrying the world's emotions out to the sea, carrying your emotions and your unwanted baggage. And then dusk falls, and we are nearing the coastline. You are floated over towards a tree, half of its roots in the river and half on the land. But you notice that this tree is in full yellow flower. It is a mimosa tree. And this was a fragrance that an angel told me about once. And I've only just found it. Breathe in the beautiful floral fragrance of the mimosa and just let it waft down through your aura. And then you hear a little giggle and splashing in this still part of the river. And as you watch, the water changes form. It shapeshifts into one of the water nymphs. And then another and another. Artemis tells the water nymphs to bathe you. They duck under the water and they plant your feet in the cool, sloppy mud. In a star shape, they instruct you to place your arms out. And they then pick up a nautilus shell and they start scooping water and pouring it over you. Whispering incantations and blessings of water magic, of emotional healing, of love and wisdom and joy. Just going to shine the pearlescent energy into you. Feel the last residues of the sadness or the worry be washed off you. And know that you have now been renewed. And And whether you do this on dark moon or when the first slither arrives, or even the day after, it will still have an effect on you and renew you for the next month. Then the water nymph gifts you this shell. They then maneuver you as your feet have sunk a little bit, and they swim you over to the side. A branch of the yellow mimosa reaches out and you grasp it, pulling yourself up onto the bank. You are immediately wrapped around in your beautiful towel, and the goddesses themselves dry your face carefully and lovingly as a mother will dry her child. Magically, a little campfire is sprung, and you sit there warming yourself with this now. Water is boiled and a cup of herbal tea is gifted to you from these parts. And I'm just going to finish off now by drawing the Oceanic Reiki master symbol into you. The distance healing symbol. And the clearance, just for the final clearance. And then the gentle symbol for the river muscles, followed by a chakra. So we'll just listen to the koshi chimes just to elevate you whilst you drink your water if you haven't drunk it already. Feeling the renewal, feeling the healing that you and the goddesses, as well as myself, have channeled into this beautiful, fresh water. Then bring to mind the fossil under your feet. And we let the scene of the riverbank fade away. The goddesses and the animals step away from you, but know that they are only a thought away. We take the frog muscles and maybe you drift off to sleep now, being comforted and knowing that you have reverence for yourself. Peace, healing and tranquility be yours for the next month, or indeed the year ahead.